What's up, everybody? It's Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions and Studio1Tutorials.com. Don't forget to stop by Studio One Tutorials and pick up a copy of Arrangement Arsenal, 10 Pro arrangement templates for use with Maschine 2.6, 0.5, and all the shit in between. This is a great product to really get you up and going. It already has the scenes broken down for you. It's got what type of drums and instruments you need to put to make 10 different type of songs. There's a video on it. If you just search Arrangement Arsenal Maschine, you go ahead and see a deeper explanation of it. But pretty much anybody who's seen that video that doesn't have Maschine, or I have one for Studio One, like I got people asking me to make it for Logic and FL Studio and Ableton. So yeah, you guys definitely want to check that out. But you didn't come here for that. You came here to see what is good with the ideas view. And so I bought a jam when it came out, and I really like it. I really mess with it just because I feel like the jam has all of the buttons that I wish Maschine always had. You know, I still have an MK1. I'm comfortable with it. I don't want to fucking put a Maschine Studio on my desk. It's too much space. You know, and there's a lot being made and has been made about arranging a Maschine, which I always thought was really easy. I don't understand what people are having problems with. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with the way some folks choose to lay out their groups. I mean, for me, I use it like a linear based DAW. Like I treat the groups like tracks, you know, like my 808 is on one, my snare is on another, my hi-hats are on another, and whatever. But the ideas view, if you press Control-1, you get taken into ideas view. And I think another thing that that messes with some people, especially people who are not used to working in linear based DAW, but you know, are like coming over from groove boxes and Akai's and things like that, is you kind of miss song mode and being able to do the mutes and everything. This isn't like that, but it brings that element in that you're not married to a timeline, which for some reason tends to give some beat makers anxiety. So what's cool is you can go ahead and go through a scene and pick one pattern from each group that you want to use, and you know, just mess around with it. So you can use it with the mouse, or like me, I could just go through, if you have a jam, you could just go through and start messing with stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and just create a quick arrangement for this you know, for these pieces that I had already written. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my intro. I'm just gonna label it intro, and let's go ahead and start with the verse. Alright, so that's my verse. I'll go ahead and create another scene for the hook. Let's go ahead and get that going. Alright, so that's my hook, and then I know that I'm gonna run my hook for 8 bars, so I want there to be a difference in the drums, which I've already programmed. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another scene and label it hook 2. That way it's easy to just tell what I'm doing in the arrange window. And we'll just go ahead and grab out this stuff. Bet. And then I also have a bridge that I want to use. So let me just go ahead and add that in. So now I have all my different parts. And I can go ahead and just jam with an arrangement, pun intended. To the hook. And back to the verse. So yeah, it's real easy and tactile with the with the jam to go ahead and put something together. And then if say I'm like, all right, you know what, that second verse, I want to add something different to that second verse to really fill out the arrangement. It's real easy to go ahead and make edits, especially in the ideas view. So I can go ahead, what I do is create another scene and label that verse 2, right? And then go ahead and select all my different verse parts that I was using before, and just go ahead and hold Control and drag this down. And so I have a copy of that pattern. Rename it verse 2, and say for this one I just want to make some changes to the sample. And say, real quick, I wanted to add another note from the original sample. And this is like, I mean, this workflow is so dope because it really gets the just the clunkiness of the computer out of the way, Where's he at? So now when you're making arrangements and when you listen to songs that have really good arrangements, especially like when in the verses, like every 4 to 8 bars, there's always like some type of subtle change, and this workflow makes it really easy to create stuff like that. So now you can just go ahead, press Control 2, switch back into the arrange window, and just go ahead and select, inside your sections, what you want to hear. Add another scene. Here comes your verse. We'll go ahead and you can also do this from the you know, from the jam or from the software. Like it's all super tactile, but it makes it really fast. Like once you have the ideas laid out, go ahead and drop hook 2, come back to our bridge. I want to hear verse 2 again. Drop our hook. Drop our hook again. Go back to verse 1. Go back to verse 2. Hook 1. Hook 2. And then we'll ride out with all right, so now you got, you know, pretty decently arranged beat. Just go ahead and change your loop parameters. See, like, say right there, okay, boom, like I feel like we came back with the hook too fast, so I just create another verse section, right, and swing this back here, and I feel like that's going to need to happen again. So I'm just going to control click that, bring it over. It's going to rename it scene 7. You could just right there. I did that on purpose to show you guys that how quickly you can, you can make adjustments on the fly. And now we look at our length. We're looking at more of a standard song length, coming in at about 3 minutes. So yeah, man, as you could see, with the existing, with your existing mastery and skill level of Maschine, when you add something like this ideas view and just kind of, if the arrangement part, especially like working with the timeline, if you found it clunky, working with the ideas view, you could just go in, create different patterns and not worry how they blend together, then switch through them with, either with your jam or with your Maschine hardware, and just kind of get that vibe of switching patterns on the fly, finding the right groove. And then, once you find something that you like, you can go ahead and write it down into the arrange view, export it into your DAW, go ahead and put the final mix on it, provide your automations, and just keep working, man. So this is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions, Studio1Tutorials.com. If you're having trouble with arrangements, don't forget to stop by Studio One Tutorials. Click the Buy Sounds tab. Get yourself a copy of Arrangement Arsenal. Look for the video on YouTube if you haven't seen it. It's an amazing product. Keep it simple. Don't be basic. And we will see you on the next one.